And if the object is sitting on the middle line, its position doesn't do what? Change. So for reflection along the x-axis, I doesn't do what? Change. It remains the way it is. Is it clear? And also have j, which is 0, 1. 0, 1. This is j. So for reflection along the x-axis, at least for it, it's up. Its image will be seen down. So j changes into j prime, which is 0, negative 1. 0, negative 1. Have you understood?
Yes.
So for reflection along the line of x-axis, which is the same as y equals to 0, we say that I prime, j prime, I remains the same, j changes to 0, negative 1. And as soon as God helps you to get the matrix of reflection correctly, it means that you have already got the marks of the coordinates of A prime, B prime, C prime, of the images which are got after this reflection, because you're just going to use mode. You're going to multiply the matrix of this matrix of reflection times the object matrix to get the image. Is it clear? I leave that. I go to the next line of reflection. The next line of reflection is the line of, is a reflection along the y what? Axis. The reflection along the y axis, it is the same as the reflection along the line x equals to 0. Why am I emphasizing these lines? Because in an exam, this is what may be brought instead of this. Is it clear? Yes. When they say along the line x equals to 0, you just change it. And you remember that now we are dealing with the reflection along the y-axis. And for reflection along the y-axis, the identity matrix remains. The elements of the elements in the identity matrix remain the same: 1, 0, 0, 1. But what is so special concerning the matrix of reflection along the y-axis is that the point sitting on the y-axis doesn't do what? Change. This is, so sometimes when I forget, I just remember how I write my coordinates when I'm writing. I begin with the x, then I write y last. So I say, everyone, this is x, now this one is what? Y. I bring it here, I say now this is the x, this is y. So y doesn't change. I cover it, this is what changes. It moves from being that side and becomes this side. Is it clear? Yes. And after getting that, we now go to the next major line of reflection. It's a reflection along the line x plus y equals to 0. This is the same as in some question. When you, let me begin with x minus y equals to 0. Is it clear? Now in some question, this is the same as x equals to, when y goes that side, when px equals to y. Or you can leave y this side and you take x the other side. Negatives cancel, then it will be y equals to x. Now for reflection along the line x equals to y, our matrices of reflection will be x equals to y. It means that our middle line is past, if it's moving in this direction like this, you can give up with it. I don't want to beat around the bush. This is the line of x equals to y. It means that if this is the middle line, if this is the indabirwamu, and this is where the object point is, when you put your eye here and you face the middle line, it means that I will be seen through the mirror to be here. So I replaces j, and then if I want to reflect j, then the smooth surface will be that side, and when j faces the mirror, it will be seen in the position of what? I. Is it clear? So it means that there is that swapping of positions. And finally it's going to be, this is going to come here and this is going to come here. 0, 1, 1, 0. If you want to draw the diagram, you can always draw it in your side work. Then you come and say, solution I equals to this, meaning that for reflection along the line, the equation of the line talked about in the question, M will equal to, you write it, 2 marks. Is it clear? Now, we are left with one major line of reflection, and that is the reflection along the line x plus y equals to 0. For reflection along the line x plus y equals to 0, when one of the two letters goes the other side, it's going to become negative y. Or it can be y equals to negative x. So for reflection along the line y equals to negative x, still we are seeing that there is swapping of positions. If you want to sketch it, you're still going to do the same thing. 1, negative 1, 1, negative 1, y-axis, and you can even imagine the amount of time I'm taking to sketch and even write the matrix. If I'm to sketch, and line will itambula bw'eti. This is the middle line in the middle of this and this. I come and plot negative 1, negative 1, and I draw my line. But after that, this is where my I is, and this is where my J is. When this one looks at the mirror, remember when we are reflecting, we always draw a perpendicular line. We use one of the threads. Ateno rule and no line in bulungi. You make this line to sit here. Then after that, you clearly see that J which was here after reflection, it comes where? Here. So this is our J prime. Meaning that J prime becomes negative 1 what? 0. Negative 1, 0. This is our J prime. Our I which was here, 1, 0, after reflection it comes here. Are you seeing that? It becomes 0, negative 1. 0, negative 1. And J becomes negative 1, 0. Are you seeing? The identity matrix, the position of elements in the identity matrix, they have still just swapped the positions first of all. 1, 0 has gone the other side, 0, 1 has come this side. But since there is a negative here, I have added the what? Negative. Is it clear? 0, swapping. This one is written first, and the first shall be the what? The last. Then I bring in the what? The negatives. Is it clear? So, you may understand this graph or not, but what is important is to always know that for reflection, we always begin by knowing that for identity matrix I equals to this, the reflection along x-axis, which is the same as y equals to 0, is the matrix M equals to 1, 0, 0, negative 1. The reflection along y-axis, which is the same as x equals to 0, is the same, is given by M equals to negative 1, 0, 0, 1. And the reflection along these lines is that. Is it clear? Is it simple? Yes. Hey, it is as simple as that. But now you people, why do you think in this question you were given the coordinates of I and J? You were given the coordinates of I and J such that you may do what? Plot them in your side work. After plotting them in your side work, you simply sketch that line. And to sketch the line, you don't need to beat around the bush that I'm drawing the table. You just know that if this is x minus 1, make x a subject. When I make x a subject and they are both positive, my line moves in that direction. Is it clear? If I make x a subject and y goes the other side when it's a negative, or x goes the other side and one of the two is a negative, then it is an inverse relationship. It moves like this. Is it clear? Hey. Then you reflect your this to get this to get that, and you write the matrix A. Okay. Can you, let someone help me open. Can you now open the question we are doing? Is it 2015? Yes. Okay. Can you now read for me the question? UNEB 2015, paper 1, number 16. X plus y equals to 0. What I do if I'm in an exam, I first change x plus y equals to 0 into x plus y equals to 0, I change it into x equals to negative y. So here I'm going to say x equals to negative y. Is it clear? And now after that, I want to know what changes this to this. Triangle that is then mapped onto this by a transformation whose matrix is 2, negative 4, 5, negative 5. Is it clear? Now use I, part A, use I into bracket 1, 0 and J into bracket 0, 1 to find the reflection in the line y plus, to find the reflection in the line y plus x equals to 0. I'm going to say solution part A. After saying solution part A, 0, 1, negative 1, 1, negative 1. You try to use a square. This, they're supposed to be the distance, yeah? So now, this is negative 1, this is x, and this is y. Now after that, I'm told that I is 1, 0. 1, 0. And this is my I. Now after that, I'm told J is 0, 1. But you're supposed to do. This is J. The reflection is x plus y equals to 0, which I made simpler by saying it's x equals negative what? Y. Since it's x equals negative y, therefore I'm going to draw a line in between there. In between here. I'm going to draw a line moving in that direction. And this is my line of x equals to negative y. You don't need a table. You don't need to use even more than 3 minutes. Is it clear? And after that, you reflect this and it comes here. This is my J prime. What coordinates do you get here? It is negative 1, 0. You reflect this and it comes here. This is our I prime. What coordinates do we get here? 0, negative 1. And after getting that, you come and say our matrix M is, this is I prime, J prime. Our I prime is 0, negative 1, and J prime is negative 1, 0. That is our matrix of what? Reflection. Is it clear? But if you don't know how to go about the graph, then don't commit yourself. Do it from a side, then here, just give us this. Is it clear?
So they can
3 marks, you people, 3 marks. You're supposed to do it. You realize that they have not told you to state. And thank you for observation. There is a time when they ask us to state. Is it clear? When they say state, that's when we write the identity matrix and we say for reflection along the line x equals to negative y, then we write. Is it clear? But here, actually, they asked us to find. But even if they ask us to find, has it been hard? No. Good. Now, let us go to part B. Part B is saying find the coordinates of A prime. Now, you people, are you seeing how the rest of other marks are like for free? Yes. To get A prime, B prime, C prime, I'm going to mod, where I will equal to MO. Meaning that if I calculate the matrix of reflection to be M1 and the second matrix to be M2. Is it clear? Now, where there is my M, I'm going to put M1 to get A prime, B prime, I'll say A, B, C. And after this, I'm going to substitute. This is 0, negative 1, and this is negative 1, 0. I'm going to substitute for A. My A is 1, 2, 2, 6, 4, 2. Is it clear? And after that, we row by what? By column. And I want us to do this one in just 1 minute. Everything up is 0 plus a negative number. This is 0 plus negative 2. 0 plus negative 6. 0 plus down. It is 1 times all numbers up they remain. But they get a negative sign plus 0.
Negative 1 plus 0. Negative 2 plus 0. Negative 4 plus 0.
If there is someone who has not understood, use the calculator, it's okay. Now after that, we pull out our calculator, but 0 plus anything, it remains. Okay, this is negative 2,
Negative 1, negative 6, negative 2, negative 2, negative 4.
Okay, that is how simple that number is. In 2 marks, you get your marks. Is it clear?
Yes.
In 2 minutes, you get all your marks. Kakati, what is the next question? That we write the coordinates of A prime, prime, B prime, prime? I don't know, we are just going to write by what?
By columns.
We are going to say that our A prime, prime, B prime, prime, and C prime, prime will equal to, am I putting just M or I'm putting M2? So M2 times A, B, C. But this time now it's A prime, B prime, C prime. You remember to put brackets because you're multiplying this one times. Now, we are going to, I make a plan. After making a plan, I copy and what? Paste. My M2 is 2, negative 4. Now, this is negative 2, negative 1,
Negative 6, negative 2, negative 2, negative 4.
Okay. Now we draw by column, not so? You draw a sleeping line, you draw a vertical downwards line. This is
Negative 4 plus negative
negative 5, negative plus negative 4, plus it, negative 20, then down, Is it negative positive? Plus it,
24.
plus it, 10. You please leave those spaces, is it clear? And you leave spaces which are big enough for even a blind man to see that the columns are different.
Teacher,
So now this is going to be
teacher, there is negative 8. There are negative 4 times negative 2.
negative 4.
Yeah. Down.
Down. Negative 4 times negative 4, it's positive 8.
Teacher, I'm saying there are only negative 4 plus negative 20.
Okay, let us first finish. Negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8 plus this time is this. Okay.
Yeah, we multiply.
Okay. Now we use calculators. Okay. But remember you were asked to write the coordinates. Finally, A prime, B prime, C. So you set negative 9, negative 22. You put commas, yeah? Then this is 28, right? Even here, you come and do the same thing. Therefore, A prime is negative 2, negative 1, B prime is negative 6, negative 2, and C prime is negative 2, negative 4. 6 marks. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. What does the next part of this question say?